is abstracted. Okay, so today we are going to explain the manner of articulation of consonants, and then we are going to shift to speak about the diphthongs of English, because we have already explained the place of articulation, short vowels and long vowels last lecture, and we missed the manner of articulation of consonants. Okay, we also spoke about clusterization system. For the place of articulation, we have the air obstructs in a set while the air stream passes through the air pipe and the mouth, producing the consonant sounds. However, in manner of articulation, we have the air stream configured in certain positions or certain manners in the air pipe and the mouth. This comes out with the manner of articulation. So, the place of articulation is different from the manner of articulation. We speak about the areas where the air stream is stopped. This comes out with the place of articulation. However, how the air stream is configured comes out with the manner of articulation. So, the two sounds, t and s, are both alveolar sounds in English. This is for the place of articulation. But the way they are pronounced is called the manner of articulation. So we are going to see now the English stop sounds. We have these sounds are called stop consonants because the air stream in the vocal tract is completely stopped at some point. So we have the sounds t, d, g. These sounds are stopped. Okay? Now we have the Arabic sounds. We have ta, da, and ta as well. Also we have ka, qa. We have the sound ba as well. These are stopped in Arabic. So if you compare between these sounds and the English sounds, you find difference, since you have extra sounds in Arabic which are stopped, like the dah sound, da sound, ta, qa, and ka sound. However, in English, we only have the pa sound, the ga sound, ta sound. Okay? We have the English fricative sounds. We have, in producing such sounds, we have incomplete closure at some point in the mouth. Okay? This manner of articulation is used in producing a set of sounds which include the labiodental fricatives like f and v. The dental fricative f, v, and the alveopalatal fricatives sh, j. The alveolar fricative s, z, and the glottal fricative h. These are altogether fricative sounds. However, in Arabic, we have the sounds f, sa, sa, dha, tha, sh, kha, gha, za, ha. Okay? these sounds are fricative in Arabic. So you see that there are more than English, and you have some sounds that are not available in English. So this causes interlingual errors committed by the English native speakers of Arabic. Those people commit serious mistakes in pronouncing these sounds because they are not originally found in English. Okay? So we expect them to commit serious errors resulting from either the difficulty of Arabic or internegative interference from English. We have the English affricate. Ch, j. Okay? Ch, j. Okay? This is a combination of two sounds, as you see, which starts with a complete closure, then it is followed by a slow release of air with friction. Okay? This includes the alveopalatal sounds, ch, j. However, in Arabic, we only have one sound, that is j, j. So the problem is represented in these two sounds for the Arab learners, because these two sounds are not originally found in Arabic. So we expect them to commit interlingual errors. Instead of saying sh, j, they will say sh, j. Okay? We have the nasal sounds, okay? This includes, in pronouncing such sounds, we have complete closure of the mouth. The velum is lowered and airstream is allowed to flow out through the nose, producing the bilabial nasal, the alveolar nasal, and the velar nasal, okay? These are the three sounds which are called nasal in English. However, in Arabic we only have two sounds, but we don't have mainly because this sound originally is not found in Arabic. So we expect our students to replace it with the n sound. So instead of saying playing, they say playing, reading, reading. There's nothing called reading, okay? Singer, singer. Not, so you find your students say singer, which is wrong, okay? This is called interlingual error or interlingual mistake, resulted from the interference, the negative interference between Arabic and English. We have the English lateral sound, that is L sound, okay? L sound. It is alveolar for the place of articulation. It is lateral at the same time. It is pronounced with partial closure in the mouth, where the airstream is blocked by the tip of the tongue, but allowed to escape around the side of the tongue. This is L. However, in case of having the dark L, you have the right side of the tongue articulating against the alveolar ridge. Okay? So we have light L in English, light L, and dark L. But in Arabic, we only have the light L. Okay? So it becomes very difficult for the Arab learners to pronounce the dark L, okay, which comes at the final part of a word or before consonant. Okay? I say will, dill, mill, but lead, live, life. This is because it is followed by a vowel. This comes out with the light L. However, coming finally or before a consonant, then it is considered as dark L. In Arabic, we have only the L sound, which is light L, except only in the name of Allah the Almighty. We have Allah, Subhanallah. This sound is different. It's quite dark L. We have the semi-vowels, the English glide sounds. We have the R sound, Yah, Wa, 3 sounds. However, in Arabic we only have 2 sounds, Wa and Yah. Okay? This is the manner of articulation. So we see that the consonants of English differ from the consonants of Arabic in either the place of articulation and the manner of articulation. So they represent a rich area of difficulties, of interlingual and intralingual errors. We've seen also the short vowels last time and the long vowels, and we spotted several areas of difficulties. We came with a conclusion that these sounds also differ from the Arabic vowels. We have a larger number of vowels in English than Arabic. Okay? So this comes out of intralingual errors. Most of the mistakes are intralingual, resulting from the difficulty of English. Now we need to shift to what is called the diphthongs of English. And see the situation. So the diphthongs, as you know, are a combination of 2 vowel sounds which take some duration of time. Okay? So while producing diphthongs, the tongue moves from one position or one vocalic position to another. English has 8 diphthongs. They are divided into 2 types: centering diphthongs and closing diphthongs. So the centering diphthongs, they end with a glide towards the central vowel, schwa, like ear, as in bear, fair. Okay? So we have the glide sound, or the glide diphthongs that have the tongue beginning in a certain position, then gliding into another position. Okay? We are going to see these sounds pronounced by native speakers, and we are going to compare between them and Arabic.
This is a diphthong, a double vowel sound. The shape of our face changes. The beginning of the sound to the end. It's pronounced ear. Did you notice how the shape of my mouth changed? It Here with. Now here are some words with this sound in them. Near, here, weary. Now you try. Listen again and repeat after me. Near, here, weary. Good.
So it is not fear, it is fair, as I pronounced it. Okay? This is interlingual or intralingual mistake. Intralingual, okay? Resulting from the difficulty of English sounds. Yes? This diphthong, the centering diphthongs, they end with the schwa. So we have fair, bear, not beer. This is a mistake committed by the Arab learners. We have o, as in sure, to, okay? It glides from a tongue position. It is used for o, to, towards more open type, that is schwa. It appears in the words like sure, tour. We have air, as in chair, stare. Another centering diphthong. Then we have the closing diphthongs. This is a, as in say, way. Okay? Again, the tongue glides from one position to another. The glide begins at a point behind the front open position and moves in direction of the position of eh. We find the words like say, way, gate, hate, date, place, etc. We have the closing sound, the closing diphthong oi, as in toy, enjoy, okay, employ, boil. The glide begins with a tongue position that is for o and moves in the direction of e, as in toy, enjoy, employ, boil, etc. We have the I sound. The glide begins at a point slightly behind the front open position and moves in the direction of the position associated with eh sound. It occurs in words such as high, by, light, I, yes, okay, once stressed, etc. So, let's now see these sounds pronounced by native speakers.
This is a diphthong, a double vowel sound. The shape the mouth makes changes from the beginning of the sound to the end. It's pronounced ear. Did you notice how the shape of my mouth changed from the beginning to the end of the sound? Listen and watch. Ear. Now you try. Listen again and repeat after me. Ear. Ear. In fact, this is the same as the word ear. which you hear with. Now here are some words with this sound in them. Near, here, weary. Now you try. Listen again and repeat after me. Near, here, weary. Good. This is a diphthong, a double vowel sound. The shape the mouth makes changes from the beginning of the sound to the end. It's pronounced air.
Air.
Did you notice how my mouth changed from the beginning to the end of the sound? Watch. Air. Now you try. Air. Air. Now here are some words that have the air sound. Square, fair, pear. Now you try. Listen and repeat. Square, fair, pear. Good.
So we have here a confusion between the pear, square, and square. So we have difficulty just in pronouncing the two sounds, the two diphthongs, a and air.
Listen carefully to hear the difference. For each example, I'm going to say the word with air
and
first. Dared, dad, glared, glad, Mary, marry. Now you try. Listen again and repeat after me. Dared, dad, glared, glad, Mary, marry. Good.
yes, we have confusion now between the diphthongs and also the short vowels. So this comes out with intralingual errors. This is the last centering diphthong.
This is a diphthong, a double vowel sound. The shape the mouth makes changes from the beginning of the sound to the end. It's pronounced ur.
Or.
Did you notice how my mouth changed shape from the beginning of the sound to the end? Ur. Now you try. Listen and repeat after me. Ur. Ur. Now here are some words which have this sound. Tour, pure, cure. Now you try. Listen again and repeat after me. Tour, pure, cure. Good.
Now we come to closing diphthongs. This is I.
This is a diphthong, a double vowel sound. The shape the mouth makes changes from the beginning of the sound to the end. It's pronounced I. Did you notice how the shape of my mouth changed? Watch. I. Now you try. Listen again and repeat after me. I. I.
Say I, yeah.
It's the same as the word for I. Now here are some words with this sound in them. Price, high, try. Now you try. Listen again and repeat after me. Price, high, try. Good. This is a diphthong, a double vowel sound. The shape the mouth makes changes from the beginning of the sound to the end. It's pronounced ow. Now, did you notice the shape of my mouth? Ow. Now you try. Watch, listen, and repeat. Ow. Ow. Now here are some words that have the ow sound. Mouth. Now. Foul. Now you try. Listen and repeat. Mouth. Now. Foul. Good.
We have the sound L.
This is a diphthong, a double vowel sound. The shape the mouth makes changes from the beginning of the sound to the end. It's pronounced O. Did you notice how my mouth changed shape? Watch. O. Now you try. Listen, watch, and repeat after me. O. O. Now here are some words that have the O sound. Boat, show, know. Now you try. Listen and repeat after me. Boat, show, know. Good.
So there is a big difference between know and know.
For speakers of some languages, it may be difficult to tell the difference between
Show
the diphthong
and show
and the long vowel or. Listen carefully to hear the difference. For each example, I shall say the word with the diphthong O first. Coat, court, dough, door, sew, saw, flow, floor. Now you try. Listen again and repeat after me. Coat, court, dough, door, sew, saw, flow, floor. Good.
This mixing between the diphthong and the long vowel comes out with intralingual errors, resulting from the difficulty of English itself. Now the last diphthong, this is A.
This is a diphthong, a double vowel sound. The shape the mouth makes changes from the beginning of the sound to the end. It's pronounced A. Did you notice how my mouth changed shape? A. Now you try. Listen, watch, and repeat. A. A. Now here are some words that have the A sound. Face, day, break. Now you try. Listen and repeat. Face, day, break. Good.
Yes. So we see these areas of difficulties which produce intralingual errors, and most of the time, mainly because these sounds are not found in Arabic. We only have two diphthongs in Arabic. This is aw and a. So we are going to see just now. We've seen the centering diphthongs, the three centering diphthongs, and the closing diphthongs. However, in Arabic, we only have two sounds. These two sounds originally are not found in English. So we have aw, as you see, as in naum, and a, as in bait. So they completely differ from English. This means that the difficulties in this area come to what is called interlingual errors, because the diphthongs of English are not available in Arabic. So this clarifies clearly the difficulty of pronouncing English by the Arab learners. This means that when you need to explain these sounds to your students, you first of all must master them very efficiently. Then you must teach them properly and contextually through dialogues, for example, or other activities of teaching that facilitate the process of pronunciation. Better to employ their ears and their eyes, completely like I did now. Okay? So this helped them very much. Teaching formally comes out with misunderstanding, comes out of difficulty in understanding these sounds. So better to let them practice pronouncing these sounds along with the vowels and the short vowels, because you know the English sound system differs from Arabic. As we mentioned earlier, we have 31 sounds in Arabic, while we have 44 sounds in English. These sounds do not relate to each other. Even the consonants, which we thought that they are similar. Most of you assumed or believed that the alveolar sounds are like the dental sounds of Arabic, which is completely wrong. So you have to take care, you have to understand the manner and place of articulation of these sounds. You have to understand the position of pronouncing the vowels, either the short vowels, long vowels. You have to differentiate between them and your Arabic sounds. Better to use the minimal pairs. The minimal pairs here as completely done by the speaker, by the native speaker, once producing the diphthongs. The minimal pairs are very, very important for teaching the sound system of English. Still, we have other difficulties. It's not limited just in pronouncing these sounds. These sounds are difficult just in isolation once they are pronounced in one word. However, in connected speech, we have shift available in stress, for example. So we have stress shift. We have stress both in words in English. Okay? We have rules for that. So if you master these rules, this means that you are going to pronounce the suprasegmental phonemes of English very correctly. You are going to pronounce the English sounds in connected utterance very efficiently. So this means that you as teachers must master the consonants, the vowels, the stress, the intonation, the rhythm of English, because the child, before producing his language, masters the suprasegmental phonemes once the musculature of the mouth is grown. So you find the child, in language acquisition, you find the child masters the sound system of his native tongue, say Arabic, after 1 year. First, the child starts listening and understanding. So he or she understands the language, knows about the sound system of the language. Then you find the child begins producing sounds of English, starting from the bilabial sound, m, b, ba, 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 ma, etc. Okay? So the more he or she grows up, the more he or she masters the other sounds. Okay? Through the babbling stage, then one-word utterance, two-word utterance, three-word utterance, etc. Then the simple sentence. So after 3 years or 4 years in maximum, you find the child producing the language. But after mastering the suprasegmental phonemes. So you as teachers must master the suprasegmental phonemes of English before teaching English. Otherwise, you commit serious errors. You produce heavy accent that can't be understood by native speakers, mainly because of the insertion of your Arabic sounds into English. So this is our area of contrastive linguistics. We differentiate, or we compare between Arabic sounds and English sounds, and we come with spotting the areas of difficulties. These are represented, the most difficult area is the schwa, as we've seen, because it represents the weak form. Okay? We don't have weak forms in Arabic. So you find your students cannot pronounce the weak form correctly. As I mentioned previously, today I want to show you the anatomy of a horse. Today I want to show you the anatomy of a horse. Today I want to show you. Today I want to show you this is wrong. So having all words stressed in English is completely wrong. But this is available in Arabic. اليوم سأريكم تشريح الحصان. So we don't have weak forms in Arabic, but we have them in English. It is an area of difficulty causing interlingual or intralingual errors. Interlingual errors because you insert Arabic, the Arabic stress system, into English. Okay? We have the glottal sound a, which is inserted into your pronunciation once you pronounce English, instead of the schwa. So instead of saying about, you say about. Instead of saying above, you say above, above. Okay? Instead of saying amount, you say amount. Also, we have the doubling stage, the doubling phenomenon. You have your students insert the gemination, shadda, of Arabic into English. So instead of saying amount, they say amount. Comment, they say comment. Collapse, they say collapse, collapse. Illegal, they say illegal, which is completely wrong. Okay? So you have to take this into your consideration once you pronounce English and once you teach this language. This language is very simple, it's very clear, but you have to accustom yourselves to such language. Now, next time we are going to speak about the stress system. We have stress and isolation, word stress, okay, where the nouns have a certain position of stress that is different from the verb, okay? The adjectives have a stress system that differs from the noun, okay? We have different positions of stress. The suffix system is always or is mostly stressed in English, except only in certain cases. We have to understand the stress system before coming to the class next time. So, for example, we have the noun stress, which is available in the first syllable, like, for example, subject. It is the first syllable stressed. Subject is the verb. Object, this is the noun. Object, verb. Report, what do you say? Is it a verb or a noun? No. It is a verb. Report is a noun. Report is a noun. Report is a verb. Okay? Export, noun. Export, verb. Import, import, verb. So you have to be familiar with the stress system, either in word stress and also in sentence stress. We also have what is called contrastive stress. I'm sure that you are familiar with these items in the course which was explained to you last time, which is entitled Phonetics and Phonology. I hope that you could revise this area and come ready for discussion next time and for understanding, just to understand the stress very neatly and very efficiently. See you next time now. Thank you.